Why are you drinking? Not right when we start. What the hell?
Welcome to the GameItAll.com live Twitchcast. My name is Lucas.
Not Twitch. We are not running on Twitch.
I'm so used to doing the Twitchcast because it's the only thing we kept going through the holiday.
Yeah, because we were on vacation. But all is back. All is back to normal because this is Game It All 2.0.
2.0. Yes.
We are officially live
Officially
for 2016.
New version slowly integrating to the actual website.
Yep.
So we're doing
it was holiday vacation. I ate a crap load of stuff. We had some nuts. There's like none left in my bucket.
You ate nuts.
Yeah, there was 2 pounds of nut, 3 pounds of nuts. It was awesome.
I became an alcoholic over the holiday, obviously, because I started drinking at the beginning of this.
You drink at the beginning of podcast all the time.
I do. It's my tradition. You have to have the podcast beer. I mean, if not, it's just talking.
Sad.
Sad.
All my beer is gone. So yeah, you weren't on the last one.
I wasn't on the last one. I was actually sick with a really, really horrible cold, which I'm still getting over at the moment. But
yeah,
everything's good. Yeah, I'll be muted out every so often just to cough my lungs out. But hey, it'll fine. So, and you guys, you went through everything for the Twitch.
Holy shit!
Twitch again.
For the podcast last time. Holy shit, we broke that down.
You broke that all down. You guys did a good job. Good job.
Yeah. But you know what?
I went a little bit longer than I would have liked it to, but still, good job.
I look back at our podcast the week before. The Fuck Konami episode was our highest episode. We had like 50-some views. I was like, oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, so for just starting out again, that's actually pretty good. That was great.
Yeah, no.
Also, fuck Konami.
Well, yeah, they're a bunch of, such and such as pachinko machines. So yeah. All right. So yeah, this week we'll be talking about Game of the Year because you weren't on the podcast last time. So we'll
and we want to talk about the actual results this time because that was the big thing going on. So let's see. Now, a lot of this was I'm actually happy with a lot of the winners and upset with a couple of areas because I really wanted other choices to win personally. But democracy rules, right?
There was a lot of titles that weren't surprising whatsoever that I was like, okay, yeah, that made sense, or I voted for that, or what the hell, that's wrong.
Yeah, exactly. So speaking of which, let's start with the first one that came out, Best Music. Now, Best Music, you went through. We had Witcher 3, Metal Gear Solid, Tales from the Borderlands. Which, by the way, Tales of the Borderlands, the music in that is probably one of the best that Telltale has come up with, or even Gearbox has come up with.
Yeah.
And you also had Persona Dancing All Night. And overall, the main winner was Hotline Miami 2, Wrong Number.
Wrong number, motherfucker.
Personally, not mad at this. Hotline Miami is always a great soundtrack. It's just, there's something about it that puts you in a murderous rage. So it works perfectly for the game. And it's, it's something that you can just listen to and still not be in a murderous rage, though.
Murder!
It's a weird way to say that, but I haven't had enough of this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not upset with the Hotline Miami win. That was definitely well deserved because the soundtrack is phenomenal. So
it's classic 80s.
Yeah, classic. Awesome. 90s and this techno. And moving on to Best Story. Best Story was actually a bit. I was shocked to see there was actually a bit of a fight for this one because a lot of it went down to either Witcher 3, Soma, or Until Dawn between our team. And Witcher 3 came out ahead by one vote. One vote.
That was mine.
More than likely, honestly. The one vote decided it all because it was a three-way tie between Soma and Until Dawn and Witcher. Witcher 3 won, obviously, because of how many sub-stories, how big the game is. It, like, the stories, even the side missions had their own story to them. So it was just all really, really well done.
Mm.
Yeah, we're actually probably just going to blow through these, honestly.
Yeah.
Best HD remake fell under to Rare Replay. That was a no-brainer, honestly. 30 games for $30 of some of the best games between, like, from the Nintendo era up to, like, their 360 release.
Yeah. It was $1 per game.
$1 per game, and you had Conker's Bad Fur Day,
The real one.
the real one, the good one, Viva Pinata, Pro Am, Camino, Killer Instinct,
Battletoads?
Battletoads, fucking Battletoads. You know how long we've been asking for a Battletoads game?
Well, yeah.
And we got the old one, but that was enough to satisfy us.
Well, yeah. And, yeah. So, yeah. Good job, Rare. Good job. Next up was Shooter. Shooter, no surprise there. Freaking Splatoon.
Yeah, Shooter went to Splatoon. Honestly, that one was actually one that I was kind of upset about, honestly.
Oh.
It's not that Splatoon didn't deserve to win. Because Splatoon did. Splatoon is one of the best shooters I played during this time. Especially up against its competitors. Like where it went up against Rainbow Six, Destiny, Call of Duty, and Halo. Honestly, I was really expecting Rainbow Six to take it. As much as, I have ragged on online-only games in the past, Rainbow Six is actually just so well done that I'm surprised it didn't inch in. But Splatoon was a landslide win.
Well, because who expects a shooter from Nintendo?
That and the fact that, like, it does have all your main components. It does have the single player. It has a fun multiplayer that is still strong even to this day. And that was released, I believe, early 2015.
I don't know.
But when it came out, it did just kind of blindside us.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was original. It was fun. Like, it was different.
Well, because we've seen all the other titles.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It was also the only original game out of the list that came through. I mean, we've played Rainbow Six, we played Destiny, we played Call of Duty, we've played Halo.
Halo and COD won too many times.
Yeah. And honestly, as much as I enjoyed Black Ops 3, it wasn't Game of the Year material. Sorry.
No.
Guys. But it, in comparison with everything that we always go for the more original usually with our crew, I noticed that especially. If there is a game that is deserving of a win and is more original, chances are that will pull up in front. I mean, look what happened with Bulletstorm when Bulletstorm came out and won our Game of the Year.
Oh yeah,
for a shooter, because that at the time was original. That was holy shit. This is fun to play, and it was up against a series of re-releases and unoriginal games.
You got nut shots.
Yeah, nut shots. You had shoving a grenade up a guy's butt. And I mean, come on.
There was cactus
That's
kill.
just fun. Yeah, impaling a guy on a cactus.
There you go.
The chain gun with that actually shot a chain and blew them up.
Yeah.
It was great. It was a fun game.
Yep. Next up is family friendly.
That also, I believe, went also to Splatoon. Just double checking, actually.
Yes, it did.
Yes, it also went to Splatoon. And yeah, obviously, that once again had a series of different challenges to go through. Honestly, it was really between that and Rock Band 4 when it came out, or when the list came out. There was quite a few votes for Rock Band, and then Splatoon came out ahead because, well, obviously it was a lot of fun.
Well, whatever. I voted for Mario Maker, so screw you all.
Voted for Mario Maker, yeah.
Well,
at least Mario Maker did win something. It won Best Nintendo Game of the Year. And, well deserved.
You got to be Miyamoto.
Although at the same time, I'm going to come back to that one because I want to go through the rest of the list. But I did have a complaint about Best Nintendo Game. Actually, no. You know what? Fuck coming back to it. I'm going to talk about it now.
All right.
The Best Nintendo Game really should have been Xenoblade Chronicles X. Just sheer scope of the game, how big of a freaking RPG it is, and it's just a fucking blast to play. Like, it is the RPG to have a Wii for. Like, I want to buy a Wii U just to play that game now that I've actually had hands-on with it. It really should have went to that, I think. But Mario Maker is still good. I mean, Mario Maker is good because we have the universal appeal of Mario and the, easy to build level.
It's a level editor. That's it.
It's a level editor. That's all it is. That's part of the other reason why I'm not happy that it won. But, like I said, democracy.
Well, that's the thing. It was hard to pick.
It was really hard to pick this year of all the choices.
Also,
that's an adapted game, by the way, because we already talked about Tales from the Borderlands. That also won Best Adapted, adapted from the Borderlands series.
Yeah,
and I mean, over the games that it was up against was Mad Max, Transformers, Batman, and another Telltale games, Game of Thrones.
Yep.
Telltale just has the formula packed down for a good licensed game. And that's exactly what we're expecting from them.
I was kind of disappointed with that one because I gave my vote to Mad Max because Avalanche just... They pulled some magic out of that.
I'm half and half, honestly. Borderlands was great.
I know.
A great game. Awesome. Loved it. Their Mad Max was something that came out of like far corner. We didn't expect it, and it blew us on our ass. It was amazing. It was great.
Because I expect it from Telltale. I expect this quality. But Mad Max, I was expecting Ride to Hell.
Still hate you for that game.
It was either going to be amazing or complete crap, and they pulled amazing, and that's why they deserved it.
Yeah,
and because
honestly, my vote didn't go to Borderlands either. It went to Transformers because Platinum Transformers
is amazing.
They took everything that everyone's been trying to do with this Transformers series and did it right. It was a shooter, it was a brawler, it was a driving game, and it had a story that felt like it was ripped from the old cartoon. So it was perfection for a Transformers title.
Mm.
And like I said, Borderlands, I'm not upset that it won. It's definitely a good series. It was the best of the Borderlands series for damn sure.
Well, yeah, and Telltale never fails unless it's Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Then again, Jurassic Park's just never had a good rating.
No, not at all.
If somebody can make a Jurassic Park game and do it well, then good on you.
That's just it. So, but yeah.
So we had best performances, though. I want to talk about these ones because these were great. This was the best performance female was a landslide. There was pretty much ended up being Camilla Luddington as Lara Croft. There was no doubt about it. She was the only returning face of the group too, to play as a original character, or the character she won previously for.
Mm.
And it's just, for Rise of the Tomb Raider, it adds so much to Lara Croft that Camilla just brought it. Like she did an amazing job. I can't wait for the PS4 edition to come out so I can enjoy it on that. Because of course I'm not a big Xbox fanboy.
You know what? Do you know what the best part is? The PC version comes out at the end of the month.
At the end of the month. I am shocked at that because I was sure it was going to be much later. But
because we sponsored by Microsoft. Yeah.
I suppose that's true. Yeah.
The PC gets everything. What up?
And speaking of Rise of the Tomb Raider, it also won the best Xbox game of the year.
What else was amazing on the Xbox?
Well, Halo 5 was really good, and that was pretty much Halo 5 was the big go-to for that. Honestly, when it came to voting for best Xbox, what happened was Rise of the Tomb Raider came out first, followed very closely by Rare Replay. So an HD remake pretty much almost beat out everything else that Xbox threw at us.
Yeah, but it's Rare Replay. I don't care. It packs a value.
It packed the value. That's the thing. It did pack the value, and I believe when everyone was voting, that's exactly what they thought. It packed the value, 30 games. There you go. $30. And it's all games that is absolutely amazing. But Rise of the Tomb Raider came out on top. I'm very happy about that because
it was beautiful. What they pulled off was beautiful.
It is a gorgeous game. Like I've watched through playthroughs on Twitch of this game, and I'm jealous that I haven't got to play it yet, like fully play. But
that's what happens when they make deals.
Yeah, exactly. So best horror game. Oh wait, we're still talking about performances because we didn't get to males.
Yes.
So best performance male. This one fell. I don't know if people didn't know who they were exactly voting for, but
I voted for who won.
Yeah, we both, like, everyone that, like, you, me, Sly, and I think there was a couple other people that, or Kate, voted for Rami Malek, which, honestly, yes, 100% he deserved to win because
he's amazing.
He was fucking amazing. So Rami Malek played Josh Washington in Until Dawn, and I can't explain his character without getting into freaking spoilers. because he was just, there's something about his character that really progresses the story, and the way he performs it is just solid. The best thing that I can recommend is going on another channel, Game Theory. Game Theory has a video called here, what was it again? I can find it. Until Dawn's Tragic Hero. Watching that video, there is spoilers, but he explains exactly point for point why Rami Malek should be the freaking winner of this.
Yeah.
And it's mainly just going on about the character Josh, but that's exactly it. Like, you believe what he's doing. Like, he blew everyone out of the water, honestly.
Yeah, because he beat Troy Baker.
Yeah, beat Troy Baker, first off. We'll go with that. He beat Troy Baker. He also beat out Doug
David Tennant.
Geralt. And David
And
Tennant.
also David
Tennant as a radio announcer. I gotta mention that because I've been enjoying Just Cause 3 for what it is. And I didn't know that was David Tennant until writing up the reviews and somebody pointing it out to me.
And you're like, oh shit.
And I'm like, I find it amazing because it is David Tennant, but he has such a weird role. His role is pretty much him playing himself as a radio announcer or a celebrity that got kidnapped by the government and tells them to, what was it? Tell the audience that everything is all right, that everything is going as planned. So it's like, oh, hey, you know your bad cell phone reception in this certain area? Well, we thought we should clear out the area, so we blew up the radio towers. Yeah, that was all our fault. Everything's good.
But he falls in the same kind of category as, what's his name, in Far Cry 4? Rebirerana.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's pretty much that.
It's awesome.
And that's, you know, he was one of my favorite characters from Far Cry. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it was fucking hilarious to see him in it. But it completely blindsided me to see him on that list. I'm like, wow, somebody actually voted him really high. That's awesome. I get to add him into the list, and then we can all vote and see.
Yeah.
I knew because Rami and Troy was there, it was going to be difficult between that. Yeah, because that's where it ended up. I'm surprised Brett Dalton, who plays Mike in Until Dawn, didn't get as many votes because he also was awesome. And Brett Dalton, for everyone who doesn't know, is the actor who plays in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the guy that's ends up becoming a Hydra agent. Can't remember his name now. Agent.
I don't know. I was more interested in Mr. Robot this year, so.
Yeah, Mr. Robot. Also, yeah, Rami Malek and Mr. Robot. Finally got to watch a little bit of the show. Fucking fantastic, too.
It's all about, what's his name? Mr. Robot himself. Who's the actor?
Rami Malek.
No. He's not Mr. Robot.
He's not? Oh, okay. Then that's
the old. Christian Slater.
I didn't get to watch enough that I got everything. I got to watch pieces. I want to watch the full show. I'm like, fuck.
When you fully realize that it's Christian Slater, and you're like, because when I started watching the show, I did not know that it was Christian Slater in it. Because I didn't really search up anything. I knew that it was Mr. Robot was amazing and yada yada yada. And then when I finally found out, I'm like, he looks familiar with the glasses and the the hat and everything.
And it's fucking Christian Slater.
And then I'm like, the fuck? I'm like,
so let's move on. Horror game of the year.
Not surprising.
That one did not surprise me. Soma took it. What a mindfuck of a game.
Scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, it was a perfect mix of crazy AIs trying to kill you in BioShock that it just really fucked with your mind. And it was amazing, like from start to finish.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely was really happy on that.
And it was an indie title.
Yeah, it was an indie title too. So that was fucking great. Then again,
Even better.
indies have been holding up the horror genre for
For a
a
long time, yeah.
long while. So, fighting game.
Not surprising.
No surprise that Mortal Kombat X won. It was a fucking landslide. Just it came in, it saw its competition, and it ripped out all their spines.
It said, "Fuck you."
It
I'm
said
winning.
fatality is what it said. There was no friendship there. That was awful.
Yeah.
Did it?
Yeah. Next up, let's move on to the PC.
Yeah, best PC.
Not surprised. I voted for it. It was perfect.
Fallout 4 was the big winner. I was honestly a little shocked.
Why?
I was assuming StarCraft 2 would get a lot more votes.
But it was an expansion pack.
Yeah, but the way that we did it, and I've mentioned this on the podcast before for how we were doing episodic games, because StarCraft 2 is an episodic game if you really look at it.
Yeah, I know. We finished the game. It only took a couple years.
Yeah, the game's finished, but it took a couple years. So because it finished, it was up on the list. Here's the thing: it was a tie until the last vote came in. So we had Fallout 4, StarCraft 2, and Undertale all tied up for best PC. And Fallout 4 came in, took the show. And honestly, I'm happy with it. I'm just a little shocked that StarCraft 2 didn't victory.
But it's the first time I bought a Bethesda game that wasn't broken.
That is true.
I had no glitches that ruined my gameplay experience for 70 some hours on my first playthrough. So that's why I voted for it.
And moving on with that, best sports, that was an obvious win. That was Rocket League. Rocket League actually came out in front, just took the show right away. Best sports game to come out this year. And it's not even an official sport yet.
Yet.
I'm expecting somebody to try to build rocket-powered cars to play soccer.
Yeah. Not surprising.
Best action adventure, that went to Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed Syndicate, like I predicted. I predicted that after playing the game. That is probably going to be the winner.
Because they released a non-broken game.
For the most part, non-broken. There was a few glitches, but it made us have faith in the Assassin's Creed series again. And
it wasn't Unity.
After something like Unity, our faith was at zero. Like, we thought Syndicate would be awful. There's not much more that we could have said on that. We thought Assassin's Creed was done for, but it pulled ahead. Syndicate ended up being the big winner.
Mm-hmm.
And it was great to see that. The thing is, I noticed that Ubisoft has a template now that they're following, and it's very similar to Far Cry. So now, and that's exactly what's happening with Assassin's Creed. You have Far Cry mechanics in the game.
Well, the main reason why Unity failed is because they introduced the new engine, the Anvil Next 2.0.
Yeah.
Coming from, that's why 4 worked so well, because they were on the old engine. When they brought the new one in, they were way too ambitious for what the hardware could handle, and it crapped out.
So the best PlayStation game actually was a challenge. This one actually, everyone voted something different. So there was people that voted for Rocket League. There was people voting for Until Dawn, people for Bloodborne, Yakuza, and Tales. And I gotta mention, Yakuza probably would have won this if it came out when it was supposed to.
Like last year? Was it last year or the year before?
It came out in 2013, I believe. Let me just double check that, actually.
So 3 years ago.
Oh, it looks good, though. Very blue-purple. Sorry about the information there.
2012.
So 2012.
So 3 years before. That's ridiculous.
3 years. If it would have came out 3 years ago.
No, even if it would have came out 2 years ago.
Or even 2 years ago, because honestly.
Translation and dub and everything else.
Yeah, if it would have came out when it was supposed to come out in this case, it would have easily won a Game of the Year. But the problem is that Bloodborne came out and took the show. Bloodborne was the big winner. Speaking of which, I got a announcement about Bloodborne that I'm going to talk about in a little bit after this whole grouping, which is we only have one segment left.
Mm-hmm.
So, Game of the Year. The Game of the Year.
We voted like the rest of the industry.
Yeah. It went through the rest of the industry. Everyone voted for fucking Witcher 3. And honestly, I'm not upset with that. Witcher 3 was amazing. I'm just wondering what would have happened if this was released last year. Because I don't know if you remember this, but like last year was all about Dragon Age Inquisition.
And Far Cry.
And Far Cry. We gave Far Cry because we did like Far Cry more than Dragon Age. Surprisingly, because, you know, it was a good fight between those two. But here's the thing. If Witcher 3 would have came out last year when it was originally planned to, and if it was like the same quality that we see it now, would it have won?
I don't know.
I'm saying yes, personally. But I don't know if that's how the rest of the industry would have voted.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because here's the thing. Dragon Age has a lot more personal value to it. Like, there's a lot more people that are more attached to it because of specific characters and how they're oriented in this case.
Well, also, it's BioWare.
It's BioWare. Yeah. But I'm saying the thing is that you have a lot more better characters in Dragon Age, honestly.
Yeah, they have a lot more depth.
Like, for example, it's been forever since I played Dragon Age, so I don't remember absolutely everyone's name except for like Iron Bull, because, you know, his name actually matches his face.
Well,
but Dorian, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Like so. Openly gay character. People are obviously going to relate to the character, and he's actually a badass character. I mean, so you have that going for it. You have the fact that you can romance all your characters, so you can choose to be whatever sexual orientation you want. That ends up driving a lot towards how people will react to the game. So yeah, I think if we had the same Witcher 3 and Dragon Age, I think the industry would have voted for Dragon Age a lot faster than Witcher.
Yeah, because you look at the first one for Witcher. How many people played the first one?
Not a whole lot.
That because it was just a PC exclusive, and it's coming from an Eastern European company compared to it's coming from EA, which is worldwide. Also, the second one was on the PC for a while, and then it got released on the 360, and that was it. So,
Yeah, and this one, they actually hyped it up right, and everything went well. That people, newcomers, came into the series and was like, "Oh, hey, this is pretty damn cool."
yeah,
And
but
then, yeah,
people have had two other, games from Dragon Age.
and they already had their investment into it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah, like I said, I'm more thinking that because of how the characters are built, how they progressed everything, though. Dragon Age would have won that, no, like on most levels. I think, like, because personally, I do like Witcher more than Dragon Age. It's just kind of one of those things. But I see why people would be voting for that for Dragon Age as an industry over Witcher, if that would have been the case. So in a way, I'm glad they held off so that Dragon Age had its time to shine. It was awesome. It won a whole lot of awards, Game of the Year and everything. And then Witcher comes around and takes 2015.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Pretty much. Oh, you forgot the best category.
Best RPG?
Biggest disappointment.
Oh, yes. I did forget that category because I want to talk in that to detail. So, the best category, well, most disappointment that we've had for 2015. And that was obviously going to Konami. I mean, when I posted that category and everyone voted for what they had, Konami was a fucking landslide.
They could do no right.
Last year, Konami could do no right. I'm not expecting them to do any right for a long, long while. It's going to be hard to forget 2015 because of Konami.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Konami. First off, we don't know all the details of what happened, and Kojima can't explain it.
No, because he probably signed a legal document saying that he's not going to talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what happened. So we will never know what truly went down between Konami and Kojima. We can only speculate and we can only guess. But at the same time, it's like we want to know some sort of detail. I mean, we're just running a fucking blank right now.
Yeah. And the worst person I feel bad for is Del Toro. He got screwed twice. This is the second time he got screwed.
And for a video game, this is the second time he got screwed. I mean, the first time he got screwed by THQ for Insane.
Yeah.
And now it's Silent Hills. That, like, the Silent Hills fiasco, and then which moved over to Metal Gear, and then moved over to the rest of their series, just was horrible. It was brutal. But hey, 2015's over. I'm not expecting to hear from Konami this year. I'm expecting we're probably going to hear more from Kojima Productions now.
Well, yeah, and Kojima's got a fresh new start. All is good.
New start,
So-
everything's good. Everything should be good on that side.
Other
So-
bullshit for the year: Tony Hawk, Order, Batman, and Afro.
Afro was probably the worst because
It was.
if Afro would have been a close second, because I don't know, actually maybe not, but to me it would have been a close second because you would have had a sequel to a pretty fucking awesome game. Honestly,
You could chop fingers off.
Afro Samurai, the first one, was pretty fun, and it expanded on the story that the Spike TV anime had. It was just all around great. So, following that, you have a game that gets a 1 from every production that's going to be episodic. So they cancel the rest of the series and refund the game back to everybody for if they bought it on whatever console.
Yeah.
That is just horrible.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Batman PC, that fiasco was pretty bad, but Afro kind of takes it a little bit further.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Order was just a movie.
The Order was just a big disappointment, honestly. It really, despite being on that list for biggest disappointment, it was just more or
wasn't
less
that
a
bad.
disappointing game.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Same as Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk just had a bunch of bugs.
Yeah. Really, there was only going to be 3 answers for this, and Konami was going to be the only true answer.
Yeah. So that's the way she goes for disappointments. All right, let's move on to happy news. That's not Konami.
So what are you expecting for 2016? What's going to be the big game that comes out this year?
The big game, No Man's Sky.
I think that's going to be the big one.
Yeah.
No Man's Sky is yeah.
It's hands down the most important game that I will be buying this year.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a game that's going to be bigger this year. No Man's Sky is probably definitely going more than likely. Whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Live TV, folks. So we get No Man's Sky. It's going to be as big as humanly possible. I'm worried that it may fall flat on its face, personally.
They could easily pull a Ubisoft that it's too big for what it is.
It could pull a Spore. Spore would probably be a better example.
Yeah.
I think I just got a message from somebody to say that, yeah, that's you're a fucking idiot. Yeah, I did. Cool.
Yeah, more Spore than anything else. Yeah. I remember getting Spore day one. It was sad.
From everything that was expected of Spore, you were expecting
The most amazing freaking thing ever.
And we got
Right disappointment.
There we go. So yeah, that is definitely going to be a big one.
Yeah, I'm really excited for No Man's Sky, but it's an indie title. I don't mind supporting an indie developer because Hello Games is a tiny studio. So
yeah, so I'm really, one way or another, I will be picking it up. I mean, it's just kind of an obvious choice.
Other stuff that I'm excited for: Far Cry.
The Far Cry Primal looks great. No Assassin's Creed this year, eh?
They're really holding it off.
Supposedly. That is just rumored right now, actually. So yeah. But
Ubisoft hasn't done that since 2? Between 1 and 2?
The longest wait was between 1 and 2.
And that was a long time ago.
And this one, the rumor is that we're waiting until
Probably
next year We're waiting for next year, and then it's possibly going to be called um, Assassin's Creed Empire, which will be set in Europe. No, not in Europe. Set in Egypt.
Well, I'd like to see Assassin's Creed Watch Dogs because that's what I wanted.
Part of the rumor, actually, because we might get Watch Dogs 2.
And Watch Dogs 2 is going to be full blown amazing because they will pull an Assassin's Creed 2.
That's what I'm expecting. Ubisoft has that first game syndrome where the first attempt at a game isn't very good.
It's gonna fall on its face, same as Assassin's
it's usually
Creed.
Because of our expectations, really.
Well, it's what they show at E3. They show something freaking amazing, and then it's
Yeah, exactly. So they usually learn that in the second time around and improve on it, and then make it fucking amazing. Because no one really talks about Assassin's Creed 1 anymore.
No, it's over. It's done.
Always been about Ezio and moving forward from that point.
Yep. And also something else from Ubisoft that I'm super pumped for: the second South Park game. Oh yeah.
The Fractured Butthole.
I know. I am so excited for that. And I'm hoping that it's longer than 16 hours.
Well, it's a possibility because we do have Ubisoft San Francisco working on it.
Yeah, and Matt Stone and Trey Parker were kind of disappointed at how short the game was.
Yeah, even they were like, yeah, it's short, but
yeah,
they know what they're doing now. That's the other thing, like first game syndrome. But the thing is, South Park, the original one, Stick of Truth, was fucking amazing still.
Oh yeah, it was great. Like it was playing the show. That was the best part. It was like playing the show. What else is coming out? Oh, Mirror's Edge. Catalyst.
Mirror's Edge looks interesting. I'm not sure what to think just yet.
I want a demo. We'll see if it's like the first one. The first one was beautiful.
A game that I'm thinking is, and a lot of people I talk to about this don't think it's going to be a big game or bigger than what it will be, is Battleborn. The newest game from Gearbox Software. Battleborn, just like, I was in the alpha.
Yeah.
I can't talk much about it. So, and that pains me because I have nothing but good things to say.
I don't know. It kind of makes me feel it's the kind of same thing as Overwatch.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the problem right now, is that we have 3 games that are coming out that are very similar, either similar gameplay or similar in style. Battleborn and Overwatch feel like they're a very similar style. Although Overwatch is going to be more of a team-based attack and defend type deal.
Yeah. And Overwatch, it's from Blizzard.
But Battleborn, as much as Gearbox does not want me to say that it's a MOBA, I can't say because of that freaking thing. Yeah, I can't really say. I can't explain it in much more detail. Fuck it.
We'll see what happens.
It does have a hint of it.
Do you want me to say it? It has. I didn't play anything. I have no affiliation with any of it. It plays like a MOBA. That's what I'm speculating.
So your next one that you have is Paragon.
What? Paragon.
Aside from, like, as I said, there's 3 of them.
Oh.
Paragon is the next one. And that is the MOBA shooter from Epic Games. And that is going to be exclusive to PS4 and PC.
Another win for the PC.
It's Paragon does say that it is a MOBA. Like they straight up said, yes, it does play MOBA style, but it's first person shooter. And it's Unreal 4. It's the team behind Unreal making it. So you can't really go wrong with that one. But at the same time, I'm feeling like there's going to be an oversaturation here at this point.
And it's the first game that Epic is releasing with no Cliffy.
That too. That too.
That's going to be weird.
It is going to be very awkward.
Because Epic hasn't done much in a long time. They've been focusing
on their engine is what's been happening.
Yeah, that's where most of their development and everything's been going towards. So we'll see what happens with that. What else is there? Oh, there's Mafia 3.
Mafia 3 supposedly coming out midsummer.
Yep. I'm excited for that. I have a feeling that The Division is going to be a big ass disappointment.
It's hard to say.
I just feel it that it's going to be disappointing, but I could be completely wrong, and it could be a freaking amazing title.
The thing is, it's for me buying it. It's not going to be a day one purchase because with any online only game, like if I eventually break down and buy it, I'm going to wait to see what kind of longevity is going to happen. And
what that's just it. I'm not
how the servers are reacting.
Well, yeah, and I don't want to buy a game that I'm only getting half a game for full price. If I'm only getting half a game, I want to pay half price.
That's actually why I was trying to vote Battlefront in for biggest disappointment. Despite the rave reviews that it has gotten.
Boo.
The fact that I'm getting a core game, the core game, okay, fine, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Multiplayer only, whatever, sure, okay. Feels like it's missing content. And then I find out there's a $60 season pass that's going to give me 14 more maps, at least four more heroes that I'm aware of, and a few more game modes. So that's why I was kind of going with best shooter. I kind of want to give that to Rainbow Six because Ubisoft is not being selfish with it.
Yeah, but you're talking about the most selfish company, EA.
Yeah, they've been voted worst company for a while, like 2 years running.
They've been Activision, they're a dime a dozen.
Yeah, and honestly, and even Peter Moore has written a freaking lovely letter. Have you read that?
No, I haven't seen it.
It is great because it's Peter Moore pretty much he's pretty much pissed at winning that award, of course. And the reason why it's like, my companies went up against bankers that stole veterans' houses. And you think we're the worst company in America.
He should have stayed at Microsoft. He would have been fine.
Maybe. I don't know. The thing is, I do agree with him. EA shouldn't be on that list anyways. But they do have shoddy practices. DLC is... we can go on a giant rant about DLC.
Well, just they're stupid mistakes they've pulled.
Exactly.
Like SimCity.
Well, yeah, like I said, we can go on a giant rant. Yeah. I'm going to save that for one of our Talking Shit podcasts.
All right, so let's continue with some other stuff that's coming out. Did I talk about Uncharted?
No, you did not mention Uncharted.
Uncharted 4. Uncharted
is going to have a fucking great year this year.
Uncharted 4 is going to be Sony's actual system seller because right now they have not had a real game that makes me drop my $500 to buy a system.
Not even Bloodborne?
No. It's
Really? Because Bloodborne was the reason why I dropped the money.
Yeah, but like, I don't know.
Also, promises of Yakuza 6 sometime coming over.
Yeah, we got 5. When? Yeah,
Yes. Shut up.
there you go, darling. Oh, also Odin Sphere. Something
I
from Atlas.
cannot wait for that. I loved the original, and it is the original anyways, just coming for PS4. Oh, can't wait. Atlas, just I will throw money at you. I'm
So
already
yeah,
throwing money at Atlas anyways because they're releasing Persona 5 later this year. And
yeah, that too.
here's a rumor. Here's a good rumor. Persona 5, Final Fantasy 15
Yes,
going to be releasing around the same time. Possibly the same time. That is the rumor I've been hearing.
That is disgusting.
That is horrible because that is going to be an expensive fucking weekend for both money and time.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but Atlas is not gonna win.
I don't know, in my book, maybe.
Yeah,
I will
but
play Persona faster than I will play.
Yeah, but you know exactly what I mean.
I am the niche, though. Yes.
Oh, I know. I will buy Persona. You don't flabbergast me wrong, but Square is gonna obliterate.
Oh yeah. No, Square is gonna like. I just want to hear more about Final Fantasy 15, honestly, because we've been hearing way too much about Final Fantasy 7's remake and the and Kingdom Hearts 3. No, we haven't heard enough about Kingdom Hearts 3, honestly.
I have gotten to the point that I'm sick about hearing about Final Fantasy 7.
Yes, I am sick of hearing about Final Fantasy 7 again. Let's move on. Let's talk 15. 15 looks amazing. Why aren't you promoting that more?
And I want more Kingdom Hearts. I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, more Kingdom Hearts. I'm not. I use that as an extra example, but more Kingdom Hearts will definitely be happy with.
Yeah. There's also Deus Ex at some point this summer.
Yep, that's going to be good. I'm sure of it.
Yep, and that's pretty much. Oh yeah, there's Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Trois.
That was 4.
Trois.
There you go.
There you go. Dark Souls is continuation of pissing you off and throwing stuff out the window.
Possibly the last game of the series, if rumors are to be true.
But From Software
podcast this time.
I'm guessing From Software will just make another series.
Probably. It's hard to say. They've been wanting to move away from the Souls series, which I am assuming includes Bloodborne.
I don't really blame them because this is 5.
Yeah, technically this would be 5.
That's a lot of the same thing.
Yeah, so if they do move on to something, I remember hearing stuff about possibly a more family-friendly one, much like that.
Yeah, they should make a sequel to this thing.
I'd enjoy that.
To 3D Dot Game Heroes, yeah. Remedy. Is it Remedy?
Yeah.
Quantum.
That is an Xbox seller. That is my killer app for the Xbox.
Because it's
Remedy. It's Remedy.
It's Alan Wake.
I enjoyed those guys before I even started following game companies directly. Like they're actually the reason why I've been starting following game companies. I'm like Max Payne, that game was fucking amazing. Who made it? And for a long while, I kept thinking, oh, it's Rockstar Games. Yeah, sure. Never realizing that, separate companies.
They just publish.
Them. Yeah. They publish.
So that's, their Remedy. It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be solid. It's going to be a great game. I can tell you that much. Can't wait to actually try it, though. That's
yeah. Next up is Hitman.
I'm not sure. Hitman's a coin toss. It's coin toss for me.
Really? Yeah, we'll see.
The new marketing or the way they're going to market it is going to be interesting. That's pretty much all I'm looking at. Want to see how well that pushes.
Mm.
The big company that I'm looking at this year is Focus Home Entertainment or Interact. I'm not sure if it's entertainment or interactive at the moment, but Focus is taking all these little niche titles that we wouldn't really expect and making some awesome stuff with it. First of which they're making like several Warhammer games, and
I know who they are. I know who they are. I've bought a bunch of their stuff over the years.
Exactly, and we also have They're publishing Don't Nod's Vampire RPG.
Yes,
sounds amazing. We haven't heard anything as of yet on it. Technomancer looks great, if not a little bit of polish needed, but still looks great. And then you have the new game from Lords of the Fallen team, the Surge, I believe it's called. And that is cybernetic Dark Souls. That's what more do you want? Futuristic Dark Souls.
It's sure. Lords of the Fallen Dark Souls. Lords of the Fallen,
with cybernetics. Yeah, because Lords of the Fallen was pretty much a Dark Souls clone, anyways. But yeah, and that was even a lot of fun still for being a clone of a game.
Yeah, I got it for like $10 on the Steam sale. I was like, oh yeah.
Why not?
Well, yeah, that's why I bought it. Same as $15 for The Crew. I was like, okay, I'll buy it.
Yeah, I did that on the PlayStation Network as well because, like, I saw it there. I'm like, oh, hey, The Crew. That was supposedly really good.
Do you know what The Crew is? It's essentially Test Drive Unlimited 2.
You mean one? But Test Drive Unlimited 2 actually exists and it's crap.
It fell into the Test Drive Unlimited category of games.
Okay, there. That's a little bit better. But yeah, it does. I admit that does feel like that.
It's kind of weird, but it's not. I don't know.
No, it was funny during the sales. I bought more games than I really should have. Honestly.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. I picked up Batman Arkham Knight again. And with the season pass. And season pass is probably the thing I regret picking up on that. Mind you, it was on sale still. So that's why I'm not horribly taken by it. But Arkham Knight has probably the worst DLC for terms of getting your money back for it.
Yeah, there wasn't much to it.
Wasn't much to it at all. But aside from that, what else did I pick up? Need for Speed, the new one. Lovely. Love the game. Great.
Wow.
It's Need for Speed, but it's just done so much more better now. Which is weird to say. But it's also not Burnout is the other thing. Like, Most Wanted was.
Well, yeah.
What else did I pick up? Oh yeah, I picked up the Goosebumps game. It was $7. I was like, you know what? Yeah, sure. Let's try it. It is old school point and click game, adventure. Like to the point that it's so convoluted on what you need to do that you die every second turn almost.
And for less than $2, I picked up Brutal Legend for the PC. It was 90% off.
Oh my dear God!
I had to buy it.
Well, it's worth it.
I had to buy it. I'm like,
Psychonauts got
Yes.
funded.
Yeah.
I'm going to have that up on the
Three-
site sometime very soon, but yeah.
$3 million, and they still had a couple days left. So really, really excited for the team at Double Fine.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to go through for most of this. What do we have for new releases coming out this week?
I don't think there's much.
Oh, there's not much until February at least.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's XCOM 2's coming out in February, isn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big one.
I'm just
PC exclusive.
It's,
PC exclusive.
PC exclusives. You.
2K sticking to the roots.
Okay, I'm not mad at it. I wish it was on PC or consoles as well. But whatever, I'll take it. So, well, earlier this week we had Amplitude released, and also Hardware Rivals, a new PS Plus exclusive game. That's pretty much a cutesy Twisted Metal. It's not bad.
Yeah.
So next week, for the week of not December anymore, we're in January 10th, 2016. There's actually a good amount of good games coming out. So we have Assassin's Creed Chronicles India. So the second chapter of the Assassin's Creed Chronicles series following the release of China. We have Gemini Heroes Reborn for Xbox One. And that is a new game based off of the Heroes Reborn miniseries.
Aha.
Gone Home Console Edition coming to PS4 and Xbox One. The Banner Saga for PS4. And one very, very emotional game. That Dragon Cancer for PC, Mac, and Android. That was the game that was designed by a little boy who had cancer.
Oh yeah.
So that is being ported over to PC and Mac. And yeah, it's very interesting. But yeah, and that's mainly the big titles of the week. There. Oh no, I am forgetting one major one actually. January 15th is the release of the PC version of Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. So yeah, that is a big title for that one.
I can throw my console version out the window.
You can throw your console version out the window and start playing the PC version.
The real version. Also, I forgot for our big crap of this year coming, it's going to be a big thing about VR.
Because we already talked about the VR before.
But they released pricing info on whatchamacallit on
$800 Canadian.
Yeah, 600 American for the
American, 800 Canadian. That's fucking ridiculous. We have it up on our website right now.
Did you see expected prices for the Sony Morpheus?
No.
Over 1,000 American. 1,000 American. So you're looking at about 12 to 13 to 14 a Canadian. And I'm like,
this is why VR is going to fail.
It's 3D all over again. Because if I look back at all Sony peripherals over the past many years, how much of this crap do we own?
That is why VR is going to fail right off.
Because it's too expensive.
And that's really going to hurt anybody that's really pushing the VR for the games. But hopefully we'll see something a little bit better. I'm hoping that that suggested price list is false.
Well, the whole thing with the PlayStation 1, they have to sell you a box that does all the VR stuff.
Right.
You're essentially buying a second PS4 to do all the
They need to do what they did with the PS4 and kind of sell it at a bit of a loss and then make their money back up later.
yeah, I don't know.
That'd be the only thing that would be beneficial to Sony.
Because if they're selling this thing at $1,000 with $1,000 American, I can buy 2 PS4s. Or I can buy both. I can buy all 3 consoles, or I can buy both consoles plus a nice new TV for the price of this.
Almost.
Because down in the States, you can buy an Xbox One for like $300, a PS4 for like $350, and a TV $400 if it's on sale. Not even.
Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
With taxes and everything else,
you'd have probably a little bit over, but yeah, like for around price, you'd be.
Let's say $300 for the TV also.
Yeah.
But still, like round it all around for $1,200. That's a lot of money with tax and everything else. And I'm like, I could buy a 4K display, a really nice 4K monitor. So I don't know. It's just expensive. But this is when it's just initially coming out, because if we look back at 2007 when the original iPhone released, it was $600 on a 2-year contract. So, and people bought them.
True.
So
hard to say though.
So let's talk about February really quick.
Oh yes. Okay. So. Oh, crap. Cuts to me right when I'm doing that. Some signs of affection to my wife. Jesus.
Wait. Gay. Okay, so February.
No,
February.
Yeah, February.
February special to us.
February. There's back in the days that Joystick was still up and active, they started something called 4 in February. And this is something that I thought was amazing. That was a great way to start the year. 4 in February is you take 4 games that you have not beaten yet. It doesn't matter if you started them or whatever. 4 games that you haven't beaten, and you play them through the 4 weeks of February, 29 days this year, and you try to beat them. So you have your list picked out, apparently.
Yes. Yep. The first one is...
Apparently you also have a theme?
Yeah, games that were underrated by the industry, but were amazing titles that are special, let's say, to either me or us or whatever in general. So, Singularity from Activision. Well, Raven. Amazing first-person shooter. That's number 1. Stay hold. The Saboteur, which was beautiful, which was the last game from Pandemic.
Definitely. Lovely.
Black and white. A game that deserved a lot more praise than it got. Alpha Protocol.
So haven't beaten that game?
No, I haven't touched it. I started playing it, and then something came up. Same as Singularity. I played half the game. Saboteur, I didn't beat. I got 3/4. Shit went down. And the 4th one is going to be Brutal Legend again, because they're all games that are underrated. That people were like, because it's an RTS.
These are all PC games too, right?
Yes.
You know what you should do? You should Twitch those.
My connection is 5 megabits.
I didn't say you have to have good quality. But yeah, okay, that makes sense.
But yeah, they're 4 underrated, amazing titles that were but people went, eh.
So I don't have a theme, and I don't have
Do you have
anything.
any ideas?
I have a few ideas what I want to do. I've talked about it a bit. Transistor from Supergiant Games is definitely on that
Yes.
list. That is 100% down there. I need to play that and beat it. Love the game. I need to finish it. Possibly a horror game is going to be on the list just to get me out of that section. And I'm thinking either Among the Sleep, which is the toddler horror game, or Outlast. Problem is, I probably will not go with Outlast because I like these pants. I don't want to shit in them. So it'll probably be Among the Sleep or
Yeah.
Soma, one or the other. So those two will probably actually be the bigger list. Batman Arkham Knight will probably be another one. I'm so close to finishing it though. So I might change that out. What else? I can't think of a fourth one just yet, but I will come up with one.
Yeah. I had Star Wars The Force Unleashed on there, the first one. Not the second one, the first one, the good one.
Okay, the good one.
Yeah, the first one. And because I bought it on Steam sale, and I was like, I want to play this so bad that I just started playing and I blasted through it. It was really good.
Not beating it before the 4th of February.
Yeah, I beat it. Like, I've already beat it, and I was like, yeah. Well, I guess I gotta find something else. And I saw Brutal Legend, and I'm like, I'll get Brutal Legend.
Yeah, so I'll figure something out on that one for more of an actual list. Actually, that's probably going to be a great article on that, especially tribute to our fallen brothers, man. I mean, joystick going down. I mean,
oh no, I thought you meant for Brutal Legend because of Lemmy.
Oh, that too, yeah.
Because yeah,
I'm wait.
But yeah,
Lemmy would be mad if I wasted beer on pouring it on the ground. So,
but yeah, I think we'll have a good year, and I think we'll have a good February.
Oh yeah, I think 2016 is really going to move forward in games, so it should be good. So I want to talk about the site a little bit more.
Yep.
So, God damn it, my leg. Okay. So, a couple big things are happening, especially starting Thursday. Thursday, we have a brand new show coming in starting. I don't know when we're actually going to start the actual time for it, but so keep in contact on our social media links, which are down below. But this is our Noobs Play. So we have my wife, Katie, Ghosty, Shannon, Grim. Which one are we going to go with? Anyway,
it'll be there when it happens.
Yeah, we'll figure out. We're figuring out her nickname just yet.
Yeah, we're still working out all the kinks with all the different shows and all the different things that we're doing.
All nicknames, because we have to fix our nicknames. God damn.
What?
Well, yours is fine because you're Pino 25. I mean,
and that's what it's been since like 2 years.
I know. It's just the rest of us, we need to fix that up.
You people, continuity.
Can't continuity right. But yeah, so we have Metal Mike and Ghosty Kate. There we go. That works.
Yep. I'm finishing up our review for new album.
Yeah. So what are you reviewing at this time? Because I gave you like 2, I believe.
The other one came before Christmas, and Christmas happened, and I lost track of everything. But I am currently working on the Motor League album.
Awesome. So Holding Patterns.
Yes.
Yes.
And it is really, really good.
Oh,
it's really good. It is good. I've been listening to it at work.
So let's back to Noobs Play. This week, what's going to happen is we're going to throw in a complicated first episode, one that's going to have them full of rage, and about to rip my head off. We're going to get them to play a both competitive and cooperative version of Bloodborne. Rules is that they are going to work together to get as far as possible in the game within the time limit, and whoever has the most blood essence during their rounds will win.
How far do you think they'll get?
Not very. I'm expecting them to rage quit at some point in time.
But yeah. Yep.
So yeah, that's going to be exclusively to our YouTube channel. So keep on here, and we'll be playing Bloodborne at some point
on the YouTubes.
On the YouTubes.
Yeah.
And next thing, as you mentioned, you have the music review coming up. The Motor League.
Yep.
Our movie reviewer has already gotten 2 reviews up in this year. First one being The Hateful Eight, released Friday. Actually, he did it after watching the movie.
Did you see that got leaked like 2 weeks before?
It did. I didn't touch it, of course, but the latest review comes from the Will Smith football drama, Concussion. And so go check out those reviews. That's up and active. Also, a new review is coming in for Rainbow Six Siege. I kept talking about that during the podcast. Who knew it was for a reason? But so Rainbow Six Siege, new review coming up. Going to be awesome.
Yep.
And that's about it. That's everything I wanted to mention.
Yeah, we'll be talking shit at some point.
Yes. There are a couple more future podcasts coming up as well. We have we're going to try to get the tech podcast off the ground.
Yes.
Get tech off the ground first and then work on talking shit.
And I need to start working on Zelda.
Yeah, our video.
And retro, and also the other thing. Why the hell did it fail?
Yeah, why the hell or why the shit?
No, why the shit did it fail?
Should we just change it to why the fuck?
Yeah, but that's we're not that offensive.
Okay, why the shit? Sounds good.
I'm not the king of all media. Not yet.
So you want to be the Howard Stern of gaming?
Oh my god. Yeah.
You know what? I honestly don't think that title has been taken by anybody, so that would be very entertaining to see. that should be the talking shit podcast part.
We are, just like,
just super offensive all of a sudden.
Oh my god, we'd get we can't get banned. That's a good thing. Well,
can we?
I don't know.
I think it's possible you can get banned if you spew hate speech and shit like that. But
we're not doing that.
No.
We can talk about tits and ass. We can talk about tits and ass.
We can't have tits and ass.
No, but we could talk about it. That's how Howard Stern gets away with it. He just talks about it. He's not offensive to he's offensive with general talk, but just the way, he just goes about things. It's just like simple little one-liners of going, this and that about her tits and ass. So we can pull that off, But yeah.
Oh my god! I just see where those conversations are going to, and I'm not. Why do I have a feeling that we're gonna have talking about Lara Croft's?
Yeah, but do you know who we need? We need Pantevis. He has to be on those calls.
He has to be on the Talking Shit podcast. Definitely.
Yeah, because we're gonna have a whole episode dedicated to VR, freaking Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball.
Oh fuck yeah, we definitely have to have a Talking Shit about DOA, the controversy in general.
Yeah,
But
because
yeah.
we need to talk about titties and ass. Jiggle physics. What is up?
The jiggly physics,
Yep.
as I like to call it.
But yeah, so it looks like this year's gonna be good. It looks like we're gonna fatten up this year.
Now.
Yep. And yeah.
Okay, and I'd say that's where we probably should end it this time. So if you like this podcast and want to see more of us, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to us. And also, don't forget to check out our social media links. We have Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. Okay.
Stuff. And also go to the website where you can see all the news reviews and all the other stuff that we put on there.
Well, we can use crap.
All the other shit.
Shot. Okay.
Yeah. So leave a comment and be awesome.
And for GameItAll.com, I'm Lucas Grimm.
I'm Pino25.
And thank you for watching. You guys have a great night.
Goodbye.